Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and how are y'all doing today? So we just finished up week 2 of Witches Black Lent. I can't believe we've already finished up week 2. So this week the prompt was to make a poem or incantation for the sin that you're working with, okay? I did that, and I have the intention of reading it to you. I also wanted to talk about an oracle deck that I got that Jasmine actually has been recommending to work with for the Witches Black Lent, and also just some other findings that I've had. Some more clairvoyant, or not clairvoyant, clairaudient messages that I've gotten. Yeah, so I just wanted to chat. I guess I can start with the poem or incantation that I wrote. If you would like a copy of this, I plan on posting a copy of this on my Patreon. So if you're interested in that, you can join my Patreon. So here goes. Sacred pride, fill me up with myself, and I'll drink from the glass, it brings me health. Sacred pride, run my mouth, I'll never be muzzled. For that glass filled with self, I'll latch on and guzzle. Sacred pride shuts off sorries and maybe tomorrows, and sets boundaries firmly without any sorrow. Circle of earth, ring of fire, I'm not afraid, that's where I'll retire. So here comes, I forgot to warn you guys too, there's some cuss words. So if you have little ears, maybe. So here comes the cunt, the unruly bitch. It doesn't matter what you say, you can't take the pride of a witch. Pride, fill me up, so mote it be. So that is my poem incantation for pride. I'm pretty proud of that, actually. I am very proud of this. So some findings that I've had this past week. I've posted a couple of hot takes on my social media. One of them I posted here. It was stop coddling these white cis men in the witch space. And what I kind of mean by that is I, time and time again, have seen these white cis dudes come into witch spaces that are women majority, and they feel intimidated, or they might feel uncomfortable, or even like, I've seen, there are spaces that are women exclusive to women, and men, these cis white men might take it personally, right? And in response to those men feeling uncomfortable or taking those things personally, I'm so sorry, I have allergies, so I gotta clear my throat a lot. In response to that, I have seen women time and time again bend over backwards to try to coddle or make these men feel comfortable. And to me, I don't think we should be doing that. I don't think we should be coddling these men. I think they should feel uncomfortable. Not because like, oh, they deserve it or anything. I'm not saying that. Maybe they do. But I'm more saying that we shouldn't do that, because I think that it's a learning opportunity for these men. I think that it forces them to think, why? Why is this female majority, or not female majority, I should say women majority. Why is this women majority? Why is this exclusive to women? It forces them to think about it. And the reason for these spaces being women majority or even exclusive to women is a lot of these spaces within the witch community have become safe spaces for women. It's not because you know, it's meant to offend men, or it's meant to, you know, be disrespectful to men or anything like that. It's meant to be a safe space for women from people like men. So maybe a man walking into that space, if it's not exclusive, obviously, if it's open to men, if maybe a man walking into that space should feel uncomfortable and think about it, you know? I experienced just the other day, this witch group chat, on Facebook. I won't say what group chat it is because anyway, there's like a subgroup chat, right? That's for witchy mamas, witchy mothers. So I'm a part of this group chat. I call myself a mother. And a man goes into this group and says, "No witchy daddies." Well, first of all, what do you mean by that? Are you actually sincerely asking if there's a group for witchy dads? Because if there's not, you should make one, right? Second of all, walking into that space when you're not a witchy mama is just fucking inappropriate, okay? And people are like, well, it's not that deep. It's not. I can hear people now saying it's not that big of a deal. It is. It's inappropriate. It's fucking inappropriate, and it's disrespectful too to that group. It's for witchy moms to connect. It's a safe space to connect, to network. It was rude. It was rude. It was inappropriate. It was disrespectful. So that's things like that is what I'm talking about, right? Like, men are not victims in this space. They're not. And just because something is woman majority does not mean it's women dominated. All of the big names within the witch space have been cis men. So shut the fuck up. Anyway, how this connects to pride is stop bending over backwards to make these men feel more comfortable. Have more pride, okay? Ugh, I think it's spineless, honestly, I really do. And I'm not proud of women when they do that. I'm not proud of those women who do that. You know, not that that matters. Not that it matters what I fucking think. Who cares what I fucking think? I'm just some fucking person on the internet. But I encourage people who do that to stop doing that and have more pride in yourself and stop bending over backwards to make these men feel more comfortable. Stop. That's your fucking oppressor, dude. Stop. Anyway, and I don't have to say too, it's not all men. I know. Anyway. Another hot take I had this past week was this idea of owing an apology, right? Because part of looking at pride and working with pride has been unpacking this kind of obsessive behavior I have of excessively apologizing. I feel like I say sorry all the fucking time for this and that, and it's like, it's annoying. I annoy myself. I annoy other people. Why do I apologize for all these unnecessary things? You know, part of it is, and I've heard of men apologizing excessively too. I think it's part of our society in general for both genders, but I think especially for women too. We are taught to be polite, be more quiet, don't have too much pride, and apologize a lot. And it's like, why? I don't know. I'm working on that. And I kind of like had this intuitive thoughts. Okay, so take this with a grain of salt. I haven't done really any research on this or anything. This is an intuitive thought only, okay? But this idea of owing an apology, all right, emphasis on the word owing, stems from different forms of oppression, right? Maybe, at least in our society. So it could come from, teaching women you owe your husband an apology, or teaching children you owe this authority figure an apology because you dared question their authority. Or it could even stem from racism too, like being viewed as subhuman to another race, which is fucked up and not true. But that's what society, our systemic racism, right? That's what it teaches us. It's fucked up and not true and not okay. But it could even stem from something like that. Again, I don't know. I haven't done research on this. This is an intuitive thought, okay? And I would not be fucking shocked. I would not be shocked. Now, I also want to emphasize too, do I think that there's a problem with apologizing? No, I don't think there's a problem with apologizing. I think that when you feel bad about something, apologizing, if you want to apologize, is totally fine. However, I think that can even be overdone. Like I was saying with someone with me, I apologize. I feel bad for things all the fucking time. It's toxic, right? So finding that balance, okay, and thinking about, okay, did I actually hurt someone here? Is this actually necessary to apologize, right? But then also this idea I really want to talk about is this idea of owing, right? The word owing to me implies that it's mandatory, that you have to do something. And I think that can also get really toxic because I think that it can lead to a lot of empty apologies. I think it can lead to a lot of apologies without any action behind it, which is also kind of spineless, honestly. Like, if you really want to apologize, or if you really feel like an apology is necessary, I think the real empathy comes from you actually wanting to apologize and not just feeling like you have to, not just feeling like you owe an apology, right? And I think that pride has a lot to do with it. I think that if you're just apologizing just to get out of something or because you feel like you have to, I don't know. Like, I feel like that's kind of spineless. I'm not gonna lie. Also, there's this idea that you're apologizing just to receive forgiveness. So that's just to relieve your own guilt, right? Which, if that's part of it, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, right? Because you're also taking care of yourself. However, that should not be the only reason you apologize to someone. Also, on the contrary, you never have to forgive your abusers. You never have to forgive your abusers. Or not even an abuser, even just someone who is apologizing to you for whatever reason. You never have to accept anyone's apology. You know, I used to be someone when I was younger, I thought that I had to forgive someone to heal and to move on. No, you don't. I tried forcing myself to do that over and over again. Never fucking worked for me. You know? And so now, not forcing myself to forgive someone has helped me heal. I'm more healed now than I ever was when I was trying to force myself to forgive, especially my abusers. And I think that that's kind of where, like, the true pride kind of comes in with that, is you knowing that you have the power, choosing, right, to forgive someone. That's your choice, right? Never feel like you have to forgive someone. Or if you feel like you want to, then do it. You know, that's your choice. And I feel like that has to do with apologizing too. I feel like that's your choice. And I feel like, again, that's where true empathy comes from. If you truly want to apologize and you have thought about it, then yeah, I feel like pride has something to do with that too. You have enough pride in yourself to say, okay, I've really thought about this. I'm proud of myself for doing that. I really think that I have hurt this person, and I think that an apology is necessary, and I want to apologize. And I'm proud of myself for having this amount of empathy. I'm gonna go apologize to this person and being proud of that. You know, does that make sense? Anyway, those are some findings I had this past week. I don't think I actually received any more. I mean, I did have some clear, those were kind of like also my clairaudient messages too. My infernal guides kind of like speaking to me and telling me, you know, you apologize too much, right? And this all kind of ties in with my pride. So yeah, anyway, guys, I hope this video resonated at all. I don't know. Let me know. Oh yeah, I was going to show you guys the deck. I forgot. Dante's Inferno. This is the deck that Jasmine Ambrosia has been recommending. It's pretty affordable. I think it was like 20 bucks on Amazon. I mean, fuck Amazon, but you know, do as thou will. You might be able to find it on other places. I'm not really sure. But it is a really cool, and I love a good oracle deck, right? Tarot has its place. I prefer a more traditional tarot deck when I do use tarot. But I love a good oracle. I think that you, personally, I feel like there's a lot more freedom within oracle. Anyway, so this is just like kind of, the theme is obviously Dante's Inferno. So I would really encourage you to kind of familiarize yourself a little bit with Dante's Inferno before you get this deck. I've been trying to familiarize, it's a really hard word for me to say, I'm sorry, with Dante's Inferno. Like I said in my first video for this year's Witches Black Lent, there is an animated video of the first part of the Divine Comedy of the Inferno. I can link that down below if you want to check that out. It helped me because it's very long. It's like a 30-minute video, but the actual like epic poem is very long. So it might be something worth checking out. And this kind of helped me too as I've been exploring the 9 circles of hell. This kind of helps me out with some confirmations and things like that. So yeah. Anyway, guys, let me get this back in here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you are participating in the Witches Black Lent and what sin you're working with and how it's going for you. I've also noticed some comments. I've gotten some comments that people are like telling their witchy friends who don't necessarily post on social media. So it's getting out into the community, whether it's online or not. And I think that's really fucking cool. So let me know if you're participating, what sin you're working with, if this video resonated with you. And until next time, guys, I hope you stay very well. Don't forget to follow the snake. Bye.